Okay, another back day. Today's gonna be fun as always. Front lever pull-ups, front lever presses, front lever holds, up the wazoo. Because that's what we do, you know? Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, if you truly love your training, it's not very difficult to go hard on it, right? Because you love just dashing out all your power and seeing how much you can do. So the problem is, how can we train as hard as possible? And I think there, the actual training is only half the battle because you don't get stronger during your training. During your training, you're getting weaker, right? In the beginning, you're fresh, you can do everything you want, but then gradually, as you push and push and push it more, towards the end, you might need some help with your front lever, you might lower the weight on some exercises because you're getting tired. So during training, you're getting weaker, and it's during the recovery part that you're getting stronger. So, I'll repeat it once more. The turtle hermit from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball, he said, train hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. And I feel like the train hard and study well part, for most people, or at least if you're serious about training, that's not difficult, right? Because one, you love training hard, like I said, and two, you're probably on YouTube, like searching training methods and philosophies and whatever, just to know more about training, so you're studying well as well. However, the sleep and eat plenty, that's a bit of a more difficult part, right? For example, and I'm saying this because I pledge guilty too, right? I have the same problem. Like, you have people training hard, but they have a trash diet. For me, that's less of a problem. But you also, I often catch myself scrolling YouTube or Instagram when I should be sleeping, you know what I'm saying? Just a quick warm-up sit. All right. And you might think, well, it's not that important, but I feel like if you get those two other parts down, like you have 4 sayings of the turtle hermit, train hard and study well, that's 2. And then you have eat and sleep plenty, that's the other 2. That's half of what he is saying, Half of the things he's saying is about recovery. So if you're not taking that serious, you're missing out about half of your gains, perhaps. So I just want to say, if you catch yourself scrolling on Instagram, late at night, maybe you should, if you're truly serious about your training, consider it as training as well. Just, put off your phone and go to bed. An hour of extra sleep is going to allow you to go harder on the next training. So that's what I'm going to try and focus on, especially during this winter, because lately I've been feeling tired. And since last week I've been doing this, yesterday I went to bed at 8 o'clock. I got up at 5, so it's still 9 hours of sleep, right? But getting those 9 hours instead of 8 when you need it, it's very important. Getting the right food in, getting enough food in, getting enough hydration, getting your electrolytes, getting some salt. That's all very important towards a good training. So I think I've been doing it quite well the last couple of days. So hopefully I'll be feeling strong today. Okay, starting with pull-ups. I'm gonna work towards a PR. First, just 10 normal pull-ups to touch, but then doing the same with 2 kilos would be a PR. And then we're gonna aim for a rep PR with 4 kilos on the feet as well. That's becoming way too easy at the moment. Holy shit. All right, I'm gonna put some weight on my feet. Like these pull-ups are lately always kind of the same when it comes to volume. So I do 50 pull-ups, 5 sets of 10. But each time I'm trying to increase the difficulty a little bit more. So last time I was able to, do 10 pull-ups body weight, then 10 pull-ups with 2 kilos, and then some pull-ups with 4 kilos, only 5, I believe. So for those first 3 sets already, I know what I have to do to get better, If I do 10 pull-ups to touch with 2 kilos on my feet, that's a PR. If I do 6 pull-ups with the 4 kilos, that's a PR. That's what I'm aiming for. That's progression. All right, 10 reps is the goal. 4 kilos on the feet. Fuck. That's a lifetime PR though, 8 reps. One more set with 4 kilos. Okay, let's see if we can get some cleaner reps now. Maybe a small hold at the top. Okay, I think the 4 kilo pull-ups are better. After that, of course, I used momentum, was in perfect form. But there is no denial that I'm getting fucking strong at the moment. Like, I believe I'm quite close or already over my fucking lifetime peak. That's some good shit. All right, that might just be the power of recovery right there at your disposal. I mean, those pull-ups, I've been doing them for a few trainings now, like 50 pull-ups every training. And in the beginning, it was just 5 sets of 10, no added weight, no special stuff. And now I'm doing it with like 1 set with 4 kilos. I'm doing non-false grip, I'm doing 2 kilos to touch. Like every time, it's the same volume, but every time it's a little more difficulty added to the sets. And that's, a good way to add on some power to your front lever. Anyway, now I'm gonna go do some holds and presses. Until now, I've been doing like these sets with 4 kilos, where I do 1 press every 6 seconds. So I do like a press in the remaining 2 to 3 seconds, or like holds. But actually, I want to focus a bit more on hold today, because I'm training for a longer hold. So if I don't do longer holds during my training, I'm not gonna get there. And if I put 4 kilos on my feet, it's not gonna be an extremely long hold. But let's say I can work my holds in the front lever when I have 4 kilos of added weight. Let's say I can like take it up to 15 seconds or to 20 seconds. That's gonna be a very good base for a longer hold with just body weight, because yes, it's endurance, but it's like muscle endurance, it's like in the end, it's only 45 seconds I'm aiming for, which is not a long time, unless you're in bed, you know what I'm saying? All right, warming up here with some bands. I take my warm-up for holds and presses very seriously, especially in the winter. I experienced when I was not warming up for presses, and I just went straight into weighted presses. My neck started hurting like hell, but now that I do it with a good warm-up, all the way from banded assistance up to the weighted stuff, I don't feel any pain anymore. So take your recovery seriously. but also take your warm-up seriously. Alright, I'll see you when I start with my top sets. Alright, 10 seconds with 4 kilos to a press, that's the goal. Lightweight, baby! Oh. Alright, let's try another set. Alright, the form was starting to break down, so I'm gonna keep the holding sets right here. I'll do one more set with just presses, but holy fucking shit, that was heavy. Basically, the way I decide my sets with this is I pick something that I think will be challenging, something that will be a bit harder than the last training, and every time it's just fucking, it's super hard, but when you're able to do it, it's so satisfying. And having a good recovery is just a cheat code, you know, to get the amount of successes you have, to get them up. All right, couple of more heavy sets, and then some pump stuff with bodyweight front lever, maybe even assisted front lever. And after that, we can move on to accessories. All right, I'm gonna make this a double drop set, starting with 4 kilos on presses, then moving to 2 kilos, then moving to body weight. All right. Come on. Feels like the summer has come along now. Holy shit, my body's warm. One more set, or 2 more sets, I don't know, with body weight, burning out. That's gonna be good. Let's do one more assisted. Fuck. Alright, we really don't have any juice left. Alright, let's do a quick back pump check. Oh, I mean, it feels pumped. I really can't stop loving the front lever, holy shit. But that's enough for today. We did 5 sets of pull-ups, which were very heavy. Then, let's see, 2 sets of holds, 1 heavy drop set. So that's 3 sets, and then, I guess, 5 sets, something like that. So 10 sets in total. Not bad for a back workout, especially with this intensity. Now I'm gonna move on to some accessories. I'm gonna do the hanging leg raises again with weight on my feet to train my grip and my abs. Although, like I always mention, right, the abs, they are already done during the front lever. So I was usually skipping them because I was like, well, if I'm already training them during the front lever, do I really need it, you know? But that's not a good mindset to have, is it, you know? Do I need it to progress? No, the question you should ask yourself, if I do it, will I progress more? You know, what's the best thing I can do for the progression I want, you know? How can I progress the fastest? And as long as you're having fun with your training, you can play around with how you train, you know? You can ask yourself, what should I do to get more progress? It's like if you ask yourself, what do I really need? I mean, if I was only caring about what I need for some progression, I shouldn't be doing these heavy front levers in the first place, right? So I was being a bit lazy with my accessories, but I'm gonna catch up. All right, hanging leg raises, 2 kilos on my feet. I'm gonna do 1 leg raise every 5 seconds, but I'm gonna try to lower my legs slowly so that I can like match it and never really am hanging still at the bottom. 12 reps the goal. If I'm not able to do it anymore, I will drop set to tucked versions. All right, 1 more set. All right. This training was very, very successful and satisfying. Holy shit. Went hard on the main part, front lever, and then we went hard on accessories as well. So no stones were left unturned. I'm very happy with this. Now all that's left to do is the remaining 2 commands from Master Roshi, which is gonna be eat well or eat plenty and sleep plenty, right? I mean, I'm gonna take a shower as well, but you know, eating good food today, trying to get as much sleep as possible tonight, and most of all, something of which I'm very guilty, trying not to be on my phone all day, because you might think to yourself, like if you, like during your lunch break, you're on your phone, you might think you're getting rest, but it's not true. Your brain is getting stimulated. And it's actually like more tiring than you would expect. I noticed this when I went on a flight to Japan once, and I just decided to do nothing on the plane. I had like earplugs in. I was covering my eyes. I was basically not doing anything, not getting any stimulus. I wasn't sleeping, but when I got off the plane, I didn't have any jet lag. Whereas before, when I got on the plane and I was just on my phone, and then I got a bit of sleep, when I got off the plane, that's when I experienced jet lag. So just the power of doing nothing at all is so strong. You know, if you're on your phone all the time, try to pay attention to this. It's actually very tiring. For example, if you're feeling very tired, try like on the weekends to just do 1 afternoon, 4 hours of nothing. Cover your, or close your eyes, cover your ears, don't listen to music, don't read a book, just lay on the fucking ground or a sofa, I guess, or just sit and do nothing for a couple of hours. If it's summer, go outside and do this. And it's like you had a 2-week vacation, you know? It's the same effect. So that's how powerful your recovery can be. And I feel like if you can like optimize that, just like you're optimizing your training, you're always searching for can I train better? How can I, do this exercise better? How can I, or how should I manage my intensity? All these things, everyone wants to look them up, but no one looks up about the recovery. How can you maximize your recovery? And that's a very important part. In fact, it's half of what you have to do. So I would just say, pay attention to that if you're serious about your training, and it's gonna give you great amount of gains. Whew. Today was, I'm gonna repeat it, very satisfying, especially those pull-ups. Like the gains are just going through the roof at the moment. I'm so happy. But anyway, tomorrow we have leg day. Ooh, leg day. Yes. Last time we got 40 kilos for 2 reps. So tomorrow is looking very bright, We might get 40 kilos, or you might do the 36 kilos for multiple reps, like 3 reps, or you might do even 40 kilos for multiple reps. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I'll see you tomorrow.